is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
The 2016 SJPorr Challenge is dedicated to your friend and ours, Paul Wickstein. Brought to you by Brewcraft USA, iMake, Gladfield Malting, Yakima Valley Hops, The Grain Bill, Brewers Exchange, Keg Kingdom Homebrew Supply, Hiraki Homebrew, and a special thanks to our silver sponsors.
What's up, B's and G's? We've got some SJPorr reviewing going on today. I'm sorry, that was kind of a weird intro, but yeah, I'm reviewing some SJPorr stuff today. Excuse me. So, what I have right here in my greedy little mitts, 56Z-78T-53W. This is Ich bin ein Berliner. This is a Berliner Weisse kettle soured at 3.8%, and a funky little label right there. So, a brewer after my own heart. I'm actually going to try to rip that off just to see what kind of medium we're on. So, I'm going to pour this, and then we'll get into it, shall we? Loves me some Berliner Weisse. Ooh, that smells good. Surprising, actually. Surprising that it's as fruity as it is, just being an unfruited Berliner Weisse. Color looks awesome. Glass is a little dirty. My bad. I poured a little bit of the Schwiz in. It was clear before I did that. But you know what? That's where all the flavor is. So there's my Mitschuss right there, is the whatever the hell was in the bottom of the bottle. So no knock on the brewer. As I was pouring it, it was looking sparkly clear. So it's my bad for the appearance. Although, like this, I like it even better. So it looked gorgeous, goldeny hayish when it was unschwizzed. Kind of really light straw, actually. I didn't get a good old sip. Yeah, that's it's fruity. Definitely fruity on the nose. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold. Hold on. Slight berry, kind of acidic berry too, actually. A little pineapple, not a lot, but a little like acidic pineapple. Clean. It's definitely a clean beer. There's nothing off about this whatsoever. And it's not like, you know, a funky sour. This thing is actually super clean, to the point of, makes me wonder if it's actually how tart or funky it's gonna get. Slight apricot, a little bit of it apricot right there. A little marmalade-y too, like a kind of sweetness, but nothing like, I don't expect this to be super sweet. Okay, this looks awesome. I'm gonna stop sticking my nose in it. Cheers. Interesting. Okay. So as it works its way down, the first sip, when it first gets on your tongue, is very, it's very grainy, very cereal-ish. It's kind of a little grainy as it works its way down. Then it's like a pop. Shut up, phone. Then it's like a pop of fruit, kind of really sharp fruit. Little bit of tropical fruit right in the middle. And then what's really weird is as it finishes out, it sweetens back up again and has a Lucky Charms kind of a character to it. Really cereal grainy with like a fruity marshmallow. It seriously, to me, it finishes, and this could be what was left in the bottle going in. It finishes like a Lucky Charms. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, by the way, because I used to murder the shit out of Lucky Charms. But right in the middle, it just gets a cereal, or right at the beginning, there's a cereal quality that finishes at the end, kind of a little grainy. Yeah, a little grainy. And I'm wondering what method, I know you kettle soured, but what method you used to sour. Because there's a slight, actually, it's kind of a nice bready sourdough quality to it too as well. That personally, I kind of like. Maybe, I'm not sure what your ratio was as far as your kettle sour, whether it was like a pound to 2 quarts or what you did. I wonder about backing it down just a little bit to pull up a little bit more. If you actually did that, if you made a sour mash, or if you or how you did it. Actually, I'm not even gonna, if you lactic acid or what. Put down in the comments when we're kind of scores in, so I can kind of get a gauge. On the nose, it's super clean. On the mouth, the flavor is super clean. It's got a really brilliant body. I made it 3.8%. There's nothing that I'm missing from this, to be fair. I mean, it's very fruity. There's a decent amount of tart. It's not super tart. That little bit of smooth grain at the end that kind of mellows everything out as it finishes up. It's kind of nice. It's a little unexpected, but it's actually pretty nice. I would say, if I were going to critique it, that I think a fruit flavor, peach maybe, or something, or maybe a blackberry, blackberry probably actually, would be really nice in this, a little pump of fruit that kind of dries out on top of that little base layer of grain as it finishes, would be absolutely killer. But I mean, for that, I mean, I'm really kind of grasping at straws because I really like this beer as it is. I think it's a gorgeous beer. Man. Yeah, I like this beer a lot. I could definitely, at 3 point, I could do a fair amount of damage with this beer if it were in my house. To me. Wow. This is a great beer. Thank you so much for being in the challenge this year. This was a freaking phenomenal drop. I'm gonna sit this and finish it as I score. So thank you, cheers, and I'll catch y'all later.
Peace.
The fuck you talking about?